Hi everyone, my name is Naomi Hartle and I am the STEM and science subject matter expert for School Specialty. I'm here to share a fun science activity called Puddle Predictions with you. As you know, children are natural scientists. Their curiosity as they discover the world around them really translates naturally into thinking like a scientist. So using this activity, let's get them to start predicting and thinking like scientists. So to begin this activity, you'll want to talk to your children or your students about their experiences with things melting. Before you get started, ask them what melts. What can they think of? So for me, I grew up in Saskatchewan, Canada. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of something that melts is ice and snow. But if you haven't grown up in that environment, that might not be the first thing that comes to your mind or to your kiddo's mind. So you might hear them say ice cream or candles or even chocolate. So once you have that discussion, you can kind of dive into this activity. You want to start talking to them about making predictions to what's going to happen to the ice when we put it in different locations and different heat goes on it. So to get this activity set up, you're going to need 3 identical blocks of ice and 3 identical bowls for this activity. So to get your ice, you're going to want to, as you know, fill up 3 identical containers with water and freeze them into solid blocks of ice. You can fill up ice cube trays, plastic containers, or really anything that will hold the liquid and turn it into a solid. And anything that is identical so that you have a starting point that is off on the right basis. So once you've started that, you're going to end up with those 3 identical pieces. I just have some ice from my freezer. I've already placed them into the 3 different bowls. And to start off, you're going to explain that you're conducting a science experiment and will need their help observing the ice to see which melts the fastest. Remind them not to touch the ice throughout the experiment. And then what you want them to do is they get to choose 3 different locations. You want them to choose one that's in direct sunlight, so the direct sun is on it. Another one with indirect sunlight, so someplace where just the sun is around you, and then another one in some type of shaded area. You can do this all outside or inside, it doesn't matter. Once they've done that, start asking them some questions to get their predictions. Do they think all the ice cubes will melt at the same time? Why? If they said no, which ice block do they think will melt first? Do they think there will be a big difference in time between the ice block that melts first compared to the last one? Have them write out their predictions. You can get them to start hypothesizing on what they think. So as the experiment is happening, before they go and look at that first set of ice in that first time frame, you can have them just start answering these questions, writing down their predictions. Then you can actually have them create their own chart. So I've created my chart here. I have time, location 1, 2, and 3. They can actually write down the locations that they're using. So as they're doing this, they're going to write down the time, maybe every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, whatever you think is best. And then they want to write down what they are observing. And so they're collecting their data throughout this process. So every 5 minutes they're going to go and they're going to see, what does the ice look like? What's happening to it? Is there water with it? Is it melting? Is one colder than the other? What do they see? So remember, with observations, it's all about our 5 different senses. If you have any type of technological device, a phone, an iPad, you could even have them taking pictures of the ice in different locations to see what is happening. And that allows them to collect that data. You can also, so as this process is going through, you can have them discuss what is happening to their ice. They can start coming up with different theories as to why it melted in certain locations over the other locations. So there you have it. How else would you modify this activity to challenge your children and add something fun and extra to this learning? Thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you soon.